kind of seminal moments in your sport that quite often tighten the atmosphere. Can you just could you just tell us about that moment where you turned around and pointed up to Sinead? You kind of seemed to stop and take it all in for a minute.
My God, that was some moment. I looked down and Sinead is surrounded by lights and smoke, and she just points at me. And Sinead is an absolute legend, an Irish hero, passionate, powerful, strong woman, and her voice sends chills through my spine anytime I listen to her. So to have her there singing live was an absolute honour.
About the walkouts with Sinead and Aaron, can you just take us into that process from when you thought, okay, this is something that we obviously probably started prior to Chad coming into the fight, but just the entire process of getting that done, because it was somewhat unprecedented for a UFC event.
Yeah, so, I mean, obviously, I'm sure you guys all saw it. I mean, the Irish support the Irish like nothing you've ever seen before. And even last night, U2 played in concert, and on the whole back they had on their stage, the whole thing was lit up. Team McGregor, and they had Conor's picture, you know, while they played in concert. And Sinead O'Connor, I actually ended up calling Sinead O'Connor. I called her, and I said, "Have you ever heard of the UFC?" And she said, "No, but I've heard of Conor McGregor." And we started talking, and she was absolutely in and wanted to do it. So once that happened, and then we were working on Rihanna for Jose Aldo. So once that all started, when I was talking about, I didn't answer this question either earlier, sorry, but what I never like about the entrances is there's always somebody walking out with a microphone with them. You know, and it's never, well, when we did it, we wanted to make it look more like the Grammys or something like that. And actually those lifts that we got tonight, those were from the Grammys. Those are like the only two lifts that exist. And the one that he was on lifted up like that too, but he had like 3 people playing with him, so we couldn't raise them. But if we were going to do it, we're going to do it right. So it was actually, I see why they walk out with a microphone in boxing, because it's super expensive and it's a lot of work. But that's the way we work, man. If we're going to do it, we want to do it right. So we wanted this thing to look great, to sound great. I mean, I don't know if any, I mean, you guys have all heard his walk-in song before Country, but it sounded like we plugged an iPod in. That's how good he sounded tonight. And then Sinead, her voice is just iconic and badass, and it came off great tonight. So,
Did you like the final product? Were you happy with it?
I was really happy with it. So listen, when you're mixing live music and fights and the crowd, the rowdiness of the crowd, and the energy and the noise that goes along with it, because at a concert, when somebody's singing, you don't scream at the top of your lungs through their entire song like they do here. So to be able to pull that off, it's not as easy as it looks. And I mean, I'm sure everybody has their own opinion of how it looked tonight, but I was really happy with it.
And Chad, is it true that you only found out about Aaron being here today? And if so, how did you react to that?
No, I mean, I actually knew about that, I don't know, what, 5 days
Yeah,
ago?
like a few days. So after he came in, obviously Jose and Rihanna are out. I started hunting down Aaron Lewis, who was on vacation with his family, and it took a few days. And then finally, I got him. I got the deal done. And then literally, I was at dinner and I called him and told him I literally just got this deal done.
What was your reaction?
That was something I'll never forget. That was badass. Aaron is a guy that I've listened to for a long time when he was in Spain, and I love all his country stuff now. And, to look back when I walked out and see him up there performing, that was unbelievable. Cool.
And Matt Brown has been bitching that I won't let him walk into his death metal, kill your family music. And, so I caved on that too, and he got to walk into his song tonight, which I saw his wife, and she said, "Thank you for finally letting my husband walk into the music that he wants to listen to."